Hey community! Over the past 9 months of our 75th anniversary celebrations, we've shown a spotlight on the opportunities we create for our Austrian and US students and for our Austrian and US scholars.
As we enter the final stretch of our celebrations and prepare for the final event in June, we turn our focus to our largest group of program participants, our teaching assistants.
Whether they're teaching English in Austrian secondary schools or German at US universities, our US and Austrian teaching assistants have a significant impact on their students.
As language teachers, they give their students essential tools to communicate fluently.
As cultural ambassadors, they inspire their students to learn more about US and Austrian culture.
And all the while, they themselves are exploring their host countries and cultures, soaking it all up and ready to share the lessons they learn with their fellow citizens back home.
We are incredibly grateful for the contributions our teaching assistants make toward our mission of promoting mutual understanding.
And we're also proud not just of the impact they have on others, but also of the long-term impact the experience can have on them.
But don't take our word for it. In this video, you'll hear from Alexandra, who was an Austrian Fulbright FLTA at the University of Oklahoma during the 2003-2004 program year.
And from George Adams, who was a U.S. teaching assistant from 2021 to 2023 at schools in the city of Vienna and the province of Lower Austria.
Hi! Even though my Fulbright experience was now more than 20 years ago when I was a Fulbright teaching assistant at the University of Oklahoma in the Department of Modern Languages, Literatures and Linguistics, I still think a lot of it. Not only because it really helped my career and furthered my professional development, I built a network with other scholars in the US, and now I'm a university professor here in Vienna. I also learned how to do university life a little differently than we might be used to in Austria. Just recently with my students, I taught a course on Native American boarding school narratives. And not just did we talk about them and discuss them and their relevance for Austrian kids maybe to learn about those stories, we also developed an idea of doing something actually. And that was a bake and book sale that we conducted in order to get money to support the Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition. I learned at OEU you could donate books to the local prisons. And that idea just came back while I was teaching this course. And now I really hope I've passed this on to my students, who all will be future teachers, and therefore hopefully we'll also pass it on to the next generation. And that's how the Fulbright idea stays alive.
When I finished my bachelor's degree at a small college in Kentucky, I had vague concepts of wanting to be a teacher, but I didn't really know what that meant, and I didn't really know what that would be like in practice. And so I decided to apply for Fulbright Austria as a USTA, with the thought that not only would I get some experience living abroad, I would also get to see what the job of teaching is actually like, and if that was something that I was good at, if that was something that I liked at all. When I came to Austria, there's obviously the aspects of culture shock that you always have when you live in a new country, but I immediately noticed that teaching, even if it was something I wasn't immediately good at, it was something that I became better and better at. At the beginning, I got a lot of criticism from my mentor teachers, which was sometimes really hard, but I tried to take the criticism and put it into practice. And by the end of my first year, I felt like I was actually a pretty good teacher. And so after the end of my first year, I decided to apply for the University of Vienna. I decided to learn to be an actual Austrian teacher. And by the end of my second year, I knew that I was going to stay in Austria for the long term. I'm now at the end of my studies as a teacher in training at the University of Vienna. I've learned so much, and I'm even working as a teacher in an Austrian middle school, teaching English and history. Looking back 4 years, I know that none of this would have happened, that none of the things I'm doing in my life right now would be possible if it weren't for Fulbright Austria and for the USTA program. It's completely changed my life. It's completely changed where I live. It's completely changed what my concept of home and belonging is. And I know that I would not be here if it weren't for that program 4 years ago. So I'm very thankful to Fulbright Austria for giving me the opportunity to try something new and change my life.